Hello, and welcome to Thriving, Not Just Surviving, a series on the Family Renewed channel. I am Dr. Dawn, and I work with families to create the healthy life of their dreams. My mission is to help you create and develop an environment where you and your family will thrive. These educational programs are for information only and provide you with tools to help you renew, restore, and revive your joy. And as a bonus, if you subscribe to my page, you can be one of the first to know and receive details on how you can register for my title class, The ABCs of Family Resiliency, on March 26, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This free event will give an overview of my 6 tenets of the ABCs of Family Resiliency to help you and your family become your best selves. The ABCs of Family Resiliency were created for a time such as this. A toxic environment that is destroying the very fiber of our well-being, our humanity. So subscribe now and get notifications of my workshops and retreats designed to help you and your family stand strong against the toxic environment that surrounds us, and join the movement to help us all thrive and not just survive. If you saw my introduction to this channel on January 1st, 2023, you know that we would focus on a different subject for each of the first 3 months. Our first theme was Calculated Chaos, Thriving, Not Just Surviving, where we looked at the intentional negativity and misinformation that surrounds us. Last month, our theme was Black in America, Thriving, Not Just Surviving, where we focused on issues that impact race relations. And this month, our theme is Adolescence, Thriving, Not Just Surviving, where we will focus on the issues that are impacting our youth. With the challenges of the pandemic and our divisive negative social attitudes, the rates of depression and anxiety continue to rise. And with the advent of social media and its pervasive influence over all of us, especially our children, we all need a plan. And the ABCs of Family Resiliency will provide you and your family with the strength of positivity and hope that will defeat the toxicity and help you create the family that you desire. So why do we want to cover adolescence? Taking a closer look at this group's impact on improving our communities is important. Adolescence is the phase of life roughly between the ages of 10 and 19. It is a period of rapid physical, mental, and emotional growth that occurs between childhood and young adulthood. And it is influenced by what is happening around them. If you are a teen, if you have a teen, or if you work with a teen, you know this period is a hard time for everyone involved. And many of us still struggle with the scars of yesterday. If you or someone you know is struggling with teenage drama that is disrupting the child and or the family, this series is for you. And I will be discussing some of the challenges of adolescence and strategies that you can use to help you and those around you thrive and not just survive. But first, you know how we do it. That's right. We're going to start by completing those 3 positivity prompts if you haven't already done so. Take out your journal and write your responses to these 3 prompts. First, one thing I like about myself is. Second, one thing good that happened this past week was. And third, one thing I'm thankful for would be. Now remember, you must be intentional. This positive energy is your superpower, and it will help you guard against the negativity that you will surely face today or tomorrow or in the future. This is something you and your family can do, especially your teens, as you all navigate their transition from childhood to adulthood. As a professional who has worked with children, teenagers, and adults to make sense of their lives, I know firsthand the pain our families and communities face. Additionally, as a mom of a blended family with our youngest who is now an adult, that personal experience adds another layer of insight. And if you have or if you work with teenagers, you know exactly what I mean. First, I want to mention a few things about adolescent development before I discuss things that can help you identify if you need to have further conversations with your youth about their mental health and wellness. So regarding normal adolescent development, there are physical changes of the body that naturally occur, as well as hormonal changes. And these changes affect a teen in as many different ways as there are different teens. In addition to these physical or biological changes, our kids are also dealing with changes in their environment. in their schools and in their families that impact their relationships. As we see this shift from prioritizing relationships with parents to prioritizing relationships with peers, both the parents and the teens have to figure out how to navigate this new relationship, as the child is learning through trial and error how to be an adult. And this is a daunting evolution that many of us forget and struggle to empathize with, which only adds more tension in the progression of this new relationship as the shift of the balance of power changes as the child is learning how to be an independent person, thinker, or ruler over their own life. In my work as a psychiatrist, I sort of see myself as a detective of sorts. People, young and old, not just children, often have a hard time verbalizing what they're going through. Instead they speak to you through their actions. Have you ever heard the phrase, actions speak louder than words? Well, that phrase speaks volumes here in our relationships. Think about it. When we're babies, we communicate through our cries, our expressions, our behaviors. If our baby is, if we're gassy, or if we have a dirty diaper, or if, we're hungry or sleepy, we communicate and we tell our parents by our cries. And if our parents or caregivers are paying close attention, they will begin to tell which cry means which discomfort. And this actually goes for, the good things too. When we get to know what makes them smile or giggle, or, when they want to give hugs or kisses, we start looking at what's going on so that we know what makes them feel good. Well, the same can be said for how we communicate when we get older. We talk through our actions and our behaviors. My professional training and personal experience have provided me with the ability to appreciate the meaning of these ambiguous sets of expressions and actions and behaviors. Look around. Do you see kids and, oftentimes grown-ups throwing temper tantrums at home or in public places like school or work or in a restaurant? Or do you see kids and adults lash out at each other in anger or frustration? Or do you see who's been cranky or crabby for the past week? It could be a drastic change from their previous behaviors, whatever that may be, or it could be a long-standing issue. Today, I want to share a few of my secrets that can help you identify behaviors or warning signs that might be telling you that a more serious conversation with your child or youth may be warranted. If you're seeing any of these behaviors that I've mentioned, you need to check in with this child, and if what you are seeing is a drastic change in behavior or make it difficult for your child to function in it, it probably is time to reach out for help. From someone who is trained to help you navigate this life's journey. Whether it's someone to talk to, or strategies to develop, medication to dispense if necessary, or, more intensive treatments if necessary for you or your child's safety. Over the next 2 weeks, we will focus on depression, anxiety, and disruptive behavioral issues. But before I go, I want you to write down these key signs of a possible psychological or psychiatric issue that may need to be addressed. It could be changes in sleep or appetite, might be changes in energy level or their ability to focus or concentrate. It might be a change in, our interest in things that they've enjoyed in the past, or maybe feelings of excessive guilt or hopelessness, or feelings of sadness, or maybe just an irritable mood. Now, if the above behaviors are present or have had a significant change, or if they're struggling to function, you should reach out to your primary care provider or a mental health provider for additional recommendations. And if you or anyone you know is contemplating suicide, call 988. That's the Suicide Crisis Lifeline, or you can text HOME to 741-741 to reach someone who can speak with you about what's going on. If something I mentioned in today's segment resonated with you, please leave a comment below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you feel like this content has been beneficial and you would like to support our channel so we can continue to provide this quality information to others, please donate below. Now, lastly, I hope you will join me, Dr. Dawn, next week as we focus on ADHD and disruptive behaviors and the impact on our families. Now, until next Sunday, let's change the narrative and help our adolescents thrive, not just survive. Thank you.